Trucker Yale. What do you
Yes,
mean? What is
sir.
a give me the details.
Um, well, I got two ladies. We all live together. Two ladies, we all live together. Um, I go out and do. I mean, technically, it's more like a supposed to be like a family unit. You know what I'm saying? This right here with
I
the
don't get what
whole
you're
two
saying, but I'm
person,
listening.
it's just polygamy is more than just you know I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like really it's
Do your
really all about
best. Do
family.
your best.
It's really about family,
I
and
don't
I
believe that
work.
you believe that. I think that polygamy is about you making sure that you get your dick wet with more than one person.
Oh no 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 no
Hold on,
no.
before we
See,
continue, let me get to because this is about to get good. This is about to get good. Shout out to Patrick Hill
go ahead.
says Simps have no color. Thank you, my friend. Lockhart perspective. I appreciate you. Says blue, yellow, white, and pink. Real bad. It's about kids. Thank you, Lockhart perspective. I also want to give a shout out to Jerron Carter. Thank you for the 10 ball, my friend. I want to give a shout out to Corey Houston for the $7. It says he just said your girl is having my child. Facts. Also said this is going to be funny, and then also in addition to that says for the Cash App rounding up into the stock. I appreciate you. Tommy says for I agree, no last spoken. Thank you for the 20 ball, Tommy. I appreciate everybody that contributes to the platform. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my friends. All right, Trucker Yale. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Give me the skinny, my friend. I'm gonna be open
Um,
minded. I'm gonna be open
I'm.
minded.
I mean, I will say this: it's not for everybody. And when me and my lady first started doing
Which
it,
one?
I told, huh,
Which one?
my lady,
You got more than one, right?
my first one, my main one, the
Okay,
first
the
one.
main, your bottom chick.
Yes, the main
You
one.
listen. You
Yeah.
know what the
I,
pimp say? The pimp say that's my bottom B. That's what the pimp say. The pimp say
it's true.
that's my bottom chick. That's the one that was with me from the very beginning. That's my bottom B.
That's true. But nah, but
Is that your bottom?
yeah. I'm gonna just
Okay.
put it
All
like that.
right. All
Yes.
right. All right. All
All
right.
right.
We getting there. We getting there.
So my lady is I told her before we even started this. I said if we was to ever do it, it would have to be a woman who has the same quality as you or even close. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh, pimping ain't easy.
And she
Pimping ain't
understood where I was coming
easy.
from. I'm just saying I was just being honest with her.
Okay, I'm
So
listening.
you know,
I'm observing. I'm observing, and I want to know what pimping is like. Pimping.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not pimping, but I
Don't
mean,
get
honestly,
all
that's how
don't get all humble on me now.
I'm just saying. That's how it all started off, and
Okay,
then a
all
couple
right.
years, and
So how
then
long
a
had you
couple
been with
years.
the? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some questions because I'm curious. All right. How
Go ahead.
long had you been with the chick that your bottom?
We've been together 8 years, and we'll be getting married next year.
So you getting married to your bottom? Oh, I know that pisses off your second.
No.
Oh, you
Mm-mm.
pimping then.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so all right, so you got your chicks in check, basically.
Yeah, because I'm very honest and upfront. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not holding nothing back. I'm very bluntful. I'm just straight
You
to
very
the
what?
point.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I'm very forward,
You
so
said
I
you
know
said
exactly
something
what I want.
else.
No, I say I'm very blunt.
You said bluntful.
Yeah, very blunt. Very.
Okay, all right, I got you. I'm glad that we got a correction in there. You said so. You very blunt. All right. I'm hearing you. Go ahead, keep going.
And like I told her before, it would have to be somebody that got the same similar qualities to you, because I don't. Technically, I really did. I was just cool. I was happy with just the one I had, to be honest.
So whose idea was it?
Uh,
Come on,
I kind of
don't you
brought it.
get
I
humble
kind of
on me
brought it
now.
up. It was. it was weird because it was like she was kind of giving me these actions where it was like she was kind of curious, and I just brought it up.
Ooh,
She brought
pimping
it up.
ain't easy.
We had a conversation about it, and that's how it started off. And then, like years later, um, that's when it basically just took off, pretty much. And it just happened. It just happened. I'm just saying
And
like
no, it
that.
didn't. It didn't just happen. It ain't just happen, nah. All
Yeah,
right,
it took off.
so how does that work? How does the rotation work? They both sleep with you in the same bed. Y'all got separate beds, separate cribs. How does that work?
No, we got one bed. We all one unit.
Who in the middle?
Me.
You in the middle? One on one side, one
Yeah.
on the other side.
Hmm.
I see you pimping.
I mean,
You got any kids?
yeah.
By both of them?
No, just one.
So what do you tell? Is it a son or daughter?
Son. I got sons and daughters.
How many you got?
All together, I got four.
About one chick?
Hmm.
You plan on having kids by the other one?
No, I don't think so.
You don't like that one that much, do you?
No, 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 no. I do. I like her a whole lot. It's just I think she just
What's
like
a
she
whole
done with
lot?
having kids.
What's a whole lot?
But she got two kids.
Oh, wait a
She
minute.
already had two kids.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. So all together
So
it's six
wait. You got
kids,
four, and that's
and she
including the
got
two
two.
kids. So
No, no,
you a
that's
step pappy
four,
too.
four, and then
Wait,
she
what?
got two additional kids.
Wait. What? You
So
got four, and
it's
then you
six
got two more.
kids. My lady got four kids. We got four kids together.
Okay.
Okay. Then my second, she already had two kids.
So you got six
So altogether, I would say six kids. Yes.
in one house.
Yeah. Oh, don't give me that look, man. Come on, man. Do not give me that look.
Trucker Yale.
Yes, sir.
You don't see a problem here?
What's the problem?
No problems at all.
The six kids or the two kids that's not by me?
You take a pick. Take your pick. Which one you want to go through first?
All right. Let's go with the
You
two
plan on
kids
having
that's
any
not
more
by me
kids?
first. Nah. Me personally, nah.
How do you
But
know? How
life
you know you're not
happens.
gonna have any more kids?
That's why I said no, but life happens. So I
Life
really don't know.
happens.
Yes, things happen. Yes.
So you do plan on having more kids?
If it happens, then yeah. I'm thinking about
Anton,
going to go
may
get
I
a
ask a
procedure.
question?
Y'all can jump in. We popcorn right now.
Is this based on any religious belief systems, Mr. Trucker?
No,
Okay, so this is
no.
just an idea that you guys thought would be easier. Was it based on finances? What would you say it was based on originally, other than, the obvious that people would think?
My take on it is um family.
In what
You know,
way? Since
family.
since the children are by, obviously by another man and you, how would you say it brings about
Oh, we ain't even
family?
got into the step habbies and none of that yet, but we get
Right.
there.
I'm sorry.
How
Go
when you
ahead. Go ahead.
use the
I'm
term
sorry.
family?
Family. Like I'm very big on family. So like teaching kids and stuff like that. Like
But are the
family.
two ladies related?
Is that what?
Are the two ladies related?
No, no.
So
Mm-mm.
how would it be family? Because I know that you have four children by the first lady, and then you've inherited the other two, so that brings six kids. When you use the term family, at what point does family come in when there's no family in you all's coupling?
Hmm. That's a good question. That's a good question.
He said, hey,
I don't even know how to.
he said, hmm.
I don't even know how to answer that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't know the answer to that. But
Well,
at the
whose
same time, I
idea was
still
it originally? Whose idea was it? I mean, if you go back and take your time to answer it, whose idea was it originally to do this? Was this woman that somebody that you were seeing and your first wife said, I wouldn't care if we were all together, but at least, at least let me know her? How do we arrive? How do we get here?
And
well, I
after you,
kind of brought it. I
uh,
brought it up the first time. I brought it
listen,
Were
up the
you
first.
already seeing this lady?
if there's a woman in the
Say what?
chat, if hold on one second before you answer that question, if there's a woman in the chat that um is in a polygamous relationship or is looking to get in a polygamous relationship, or you have any kind of thoughts on this or whatever, feel free to join in on the live stream. I'm gonna reserve a spot just for a woman in the chat to give me their perspective, because I'm curious how what the mindset is for the women that are in this conversation too. But go ahead. I'm sorry, sir.
But there's really no judgment, Mr. Trucker man. I think what is your name? Is it
No, no, no.
Trucker?
Trucker Yale.
Trucker Yale.
Trucker
My name
Yale?
is Ken.
Okay.
My name is Ken Yale
Okay,
originally.
King Yale. So here's what I want. This is why I'm asking, because I think that this is something that a lot of people will shame others for, but they've not really done any questions. They've not asked any questions, so they don't know. And for me, I don't want to pass judgment. I want to understand it. Does that make sense?
I respect that
So
definitely,
yeah,
and
so
it's
I
true.
Yeah. So I think a lot of times when we see situations like this, we want to understand, or at least I do anyway, was this a lady you were dating and you really started feeling her? And then you brought the topic up to your existing wife and said, hey, time to be honest, full transparency. I'm seeing this lady and I really like her and I don't want to stop dating her. I want us all to be together. How did we arrive here? That's the question.
Oh, got you. Okay, so you want to know the story?
No, well,
Yeah.
Okay.
before we
I
get
want to
into
know the
there,
story.
let me before we get into that, shout out to Corey Houston. Um, shout out to Corey Houston. Listen, let me give you my thoughts first, and then I'm also getting to the super chats after he started answering. Here are my thoughts. I'm not judging you on whether or not you want to have another chick or another relationship. I am judging you on the kids part though, but we gonna get into that later. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to explain that to me. I mean, I'm just like her. I'm here to learn and
You
understand.
must
So
make
the
seven
more
hundred
knowledge to
thousand dollars a year, big dog.
it. Me, uh, I make about 3, 4.
3 or 4, which one?
Depend. Like last year, 2020, I made 384. Last year, I made 450. This year, since the economy and the gas prices have shot up, no telling what
Is
I'm gonna
that
make.
gross or is that profit?
That's gross.
Yeah, but what's the profit? Because you didn't actually make 384 if
Oh no, I'm sorry. I made about. I would say after profit and everything else, it was about two 200.
so you're
But
doing
that's just
200
gross.
you're doing 200 a
Yeah,
year. So your
yeah, I'm doing
costs are
fine.
the equivalent of 184. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm doing pretty decent. I ain't on your level yet. I'm trying to get there.
I like people getting to the bag. I'm
You
not
know what I'm
I'm not
saying?
I'm not killing you on that. Shout out to Jerron Carter. I appreciate you for the 10 ball, my friend. I thank you for holding us down. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. You wanted to know what's your name, Miss
Lockhart.
Felicia, you can yeah,
Miss
it's the Lockhart.
Felicia?
Yeah, Lockhart, but you can call me Felicia. That's my first
Felicia.
name. Uh-huh.
How it started was it was just me and her. We
You
was
and your
together,
first wife, or the
right?
bottom,
Me and
as
my
Tom as
the bottom.
Anton says.
I
The
don't
Okay.
say
bottom
the bottom,
chick.
but I like to say
Okay.
my first lady. My first lady.
Okay.
My
Okay.
first. Lady. We was together for 6 years. Okay. Um, and I brought it up because she was kind of curious or whatever. But it all started how I met the other lady was by her because that was her friend original.
Was she coming to
And
the house and you had seen
yeah,
her? How long was their relationship going on?
that relationship was going on for a minute.
So were they
I met her.
intimate prior to getting with you? Were they intimate already that you know of, or was there already a level of
Not that
intimacy
I know
between
of.
the women? Okay. Okay. So not that you know of. All right. So she brought
Right.
it to you and she said, hey, let's consider my friend.
Well, it wasn't considered a friend, but it was more like her friend got her friend got dead dirty by a dude, and she basically lost everything. So
Mm.
we let her stay with us, for the time being,
Y'all
and basically,
predators. You took advantage of the weakness.
I did not take advantage. I did not take
Classic
advantage.
move, my dog. Classic
It
move.
it
I
it
see you, big dog.
it basically transpired from
You
there
said,
because
"Hey, you
I
want to
guess
see? Listen,
her
we'll take
friend,
you in. We'll take you in.
her
We'll let you
friend,
sleep on the
yeah,
couch."
we took her in just to help her out because she was already doing her thing,
Okay.
and she just needed a place to stay. But I guess between that time of staying with us
Yeah,
at the
she needed
time,
a place to
I
stay.
guess
You say, "Yeah, we can rock with you."
she respected, but I guess she just started liking me, and then she brought it up with her, brought it up to my lady,
Did she
and it
mistakenly
kind
you
of went
see
from
you get
there.
out the shower?
You said what?
Did she mistakenly see you get out the shower?
Nah, I wasn't like that.
How she started
Did you
liking you?
mistakenly
You
see
fell asleep
her?
naked one day.
She just liked how I was, how I was with the kids and how I was as a man. She
Oh, you was
just
a
gave me my
stepdaddy.
flowers.
How
Okay.
long ago did this start? So, in other words, you guys have been doing this for what, 2 years with great success, 3 years with success. Did it happen around the pandemic? When did it happen?
It actually did happen around the pandemic. It
Who?
happened
Well,
right
didn't I tell
before the
y'all that
pandemic.
yo? I
It happened
told
right
y'all
before the
when
pandemic.
people get bored. Shout out to Camcom. When people get bored, they start getting creative.
No, it actually happened right before the pandemic. I like literally because this happened around November, and this is when I happened to. We all decided to just move down to Dallas.
So you took
You know,
her and all 6 kids, and y'all moved down to Dallas.
yeah.
Fine.
So, now while you're on the road, do you know of any coupling that's taking place between your original wife and her friend?
Coupling. What do you mean by that?
You
Are they
do know
having
you no no
sex
no
in
no
your
no no no.
absence?
So wait.
Oh yeah,
Let's
of course.
Okay, okay,
so let's
okay.
So I
put it
mean,
like this.
it's just them two, and then when I get there, I join, or it's really just all three of us, man. That's why I
So
say
it's
like
not
it's
necessarily polygyny. It's more so of a menage a trois because polygyny is the woman with the man only. And that's the reason why I originally started with was it for religious
okay.
I
purposes,
had
I
right?
no
got
idea
Now,
all of this was.
I
Y'all
got
are educating me right now.
hmm
It's just too. It's me. I'm not doing all. I don't know what the hell that white couple was doing with the two boys, the two dudes, and the beta and the
well,
dude
they
for
were
the
doing something
feisty
totally
dude.
different.
Yeah, they was
They were
doing
doing
something totally
something
different.
totally different. And let me tell you the reason why I know they were doing something totally different because I started out as an individual who had a great deal of history in my past. And now I have a
Hmm.
platform where I try to help children. And so those people were into something different. Okay,
Yeah,
something totally
that
different
was
that we totally
yeah,
missed with that rainbow thing. That was not
yeah.
rainbow. That was blue, yellow, and pink with white in the center. So that did something totally different. So what I'm asking you about specifically is this is not necessarily polygyny as much as it is you guys are just enjoying one another's company. You guys are into menage a trois. You're into the whole group. So is it okay for the other woman to bring a gentleman in to help to satisfy both your original wife and her in your absence since you drive
Nope,
trucks?
nope, nope,
But they could bring another
nope.
woman in and that would be okay.
No, it's just them two. I only deal with them
Okay,
two.
that's it.
That's it.
Okay. So you draw the
And,
line.
we
Okay.
all and they
Okay.
only deal with me.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. 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 So there is a difference. I see the chat. There's a difference between polygamy and polygyny. So you guys look that up. I see there's some arguments about
See,
that, but
this
there's
is
a
I'm
difference.
a listen. I'm a C student. All of the G's and the knees. I am
Yeah,
confused.
it's weird, man. It's weird. I don't do the what all the extra codes and stuff like that that he be trying to come up with. It's just me, my lady, and my first lady and my second lady,
And
and we
all them
all
kids.
and all the kids. Yes, and we have a great time, and I take care of everybody. I do my thing,
All right. So
and
let
they can
me.
work if they want to, or they don't, and they can work if they want to.
What you mean? How
If they
old are
don't want
they?
to, they got to. Huh?
How old are they?
33.
Well, what?
Yep, I turned 35 yesterday, and they
No,
33.
no. How old are the kids?
Oh, the kids. 10, 9, 7, 3. No, I'm sorry. 10, 9, 7, 6.
You don't
three,
even
and
know.
then
You
my
got too many kids. You don't even know their birthdays.
and then I got the and then I got my youngest one, which is about
10, 9,
8 months.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you deal with the baby daddies?
I, she don't deal with them. One, I guess one of them passed away, and then the other one she can't seem to find. So
You don't feel no type of way about taking care of another man's kids?
um, I would say it depends on the woman. I do feel some type of way. I get what you're saying. I do feel some type of way, but it really depends on the woman, on her methods of how she raised her kids, and do she bring something to the table, and how she is as a woman,
What do
and
they
how
bring
she
to the
represents
table? What
you.
is the benefits of a second wife besides sex?
Um, I would say it is definitely helpful for both of them because cleaning makes it a lot easier, cleaning and stuff like that. I honestly I can see a difference from when it was just us and our four kids, and then now it's just all three of us and six kids, and both of the ladies is a lot more happier than I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, because that's because they busting each other down.
In your
Shit, I be
absence,
busting them
quite
down too, and
frequently.
I'm
Well, but you know,
huh?
you do know that they set you up, right?
Whether they set me up or not, I mean it's working out.
So, do you still see women on the
I
road?
see,
Because I
big
know a lot
dog.
of truckers do have outside relationships. Do you still have relationships? And you don't have to answer because they may be watching. So, do you still have,
Okay,
your needs?
I'm gonna break this down because a lot of people get the mistake of a lot of truck drivers have relationships outside of what they got going on. It's the
Hmm.
totally opposite. It's just like the
For
military.
you.
It
Okay.
takes a strong no. I've watched a lot of truck drivers get dogged by their wives. It's the whole we truck drivers. We are not cheaters. Okay, like everybody in the world think like we just traveling and we just out here slanging and doing just that and the third. We ain't got time for to be doing that. If you really out here hustling and bustling like you supposed to be, you ain't got time to be doing that. That's why I make the money I make. I don't got
So, the
time to be
lot
doing that.
lizard mindset and all the women, those things
All
don't
that
exist.
that don't exist. The last time I saw a lot lizard literally was 2015.
Okay.
There
Okay.
ain't no lot lizards out here. They
Okay.
so
And
I'm
do
gonna just
you
break that
attribute
down.
the fact that you all don't see them to the internet and the availability to date them on the cell phone, meet me here? What do you attribute their lack of presence? Because, prostitution being one of the oldest in the, as far as employment is concerned, where do they go?
They gone. They listen. They got a number out here where you can call like a
Okay.
911
Yeah, yeah.
and they'll bust the motherfucking lot. They'll bust the lot lizard right there on the spot.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So
Literally,
it's not
yeah.
like it used to be. It's not like it used to
It's not
be.
like it's
They're
not what
cracking
people
down.
think it is. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
it's not
cracking
like
down.
what people
Okay.
think it is.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's we get this bad reputation of where dude, we out here sleeping with this down the girl. Now I'm not gonna say some don't, but them the dudes that always be broke and struggling.
Mm, okay, okay,
You're broke and
okay.
struggling, and you see them on the side of the road, broke down, and always crying about they ain't got no money. No, we out here moving.
And so so you're a 1099. You don't work for anybody. You do your own thing.
hmm Yeah,
Okay, so there is a
I
difference
got
of
my
what
full
you're saying.
authority.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I got
Oh,
full
okay.
authority.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Good.
I
So
got my
you
own
got
truck
your
and
whole, you
trailer.
got your authority, you've got everything. And
Yep,
you
and I
own
would say
and uh-huh.
that is the goal. That was the goal when I started truck driving.
How long you
It was
been
to
driving?
get.
How long have you been driving?
I started driving in 2015.
Wow. Okay.
Yep,
Okay. All
and I
right.
and I
Okay.
yep, and I
Very good.
started in 2015, and then after that I was making about 80, 90 after taxes, and then um I went into my own business like right before the pandemic, and it's
Mm.
been great ever since.
So
Taking
now,
advice from Anton and Kevin Samuels, that's when it all
okay.
started.
So now, if for whatever reason, because are you over the road or are you more local? You're
I'm
long
over the
distance
road
or
right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm over the
Okay.
road right now. I'm only doing this for the moment, and
Okay.
then I think by next year, because I done stacked up some decent type
Right.
of
You
money.
stacked your
So
chips. Yeah.
right. So right now, I'm gonna do one more year, maybe 2 more years, and then I'm gonna be working 6 months and then off for 6 months.
Okay. So now the dynamics are going to change drastically at home, wouldn't you say?
No,
Because
I
now
mean
you're
I'm
going to, how often are you at home right now?
well, I haven't been home for about a week, but normally I stop. I'm home every week or every other week, or like
Every
if
other
I get a load.
weekend? Uh-huh.
Yeah, or if I get a load, I'll pass through. I'll stop home, chill for like a day, and then
Uh-huh.
go on about my business. Deliver the load,
So
get
let's
another
stop
load,
right
come back.
there. Let's stop right
Yeah.
there. Let's stop right there. Okay. Because I come from a long line of logistics, right? So I want
hmm
to talk
hmm
about that. So now you're home, you stop in, they get to see you, the kids get to hug on you, then you get to do whatever you do. You eat a good meal, you take your shower, you go to sleep, then you're back up, and then you're going to either drop a load off or you're going to go pick one up, right? You're either doing an empty and going to pick up some stuff or something you're doing. So you're headed out the house. Now let's convert that to what you're about to talk about, because there's some adulation when you come home, right? When you're in that situation that's about to take place here, and you're going to be home for 6 full months, which means you are the alpha, you are the father of the household. How do you anticipate the change affecting the household when you're there for 6 full months? Because there's going to be some difference. Now you got an alpha female at the house that's running the house when you're not there, because both of those ladies are not going to be leaders. Somebody is going to be the authority. So tell me how that's going to work out.
Oh no, I stay on the kids even over the road. I stay on them. Like when I video call and we have discussions about the kids and how their school was, and I ask kids, hey, how was school? You got any homework? This, that, and the third. What you need help with? I be on it. Even though I be away, I be on it. So I don't think anything gonna change. And then when I get
Well,
there,
that's
it's still the
good.
same way.
That's good.
You know,
Because
I,
when
I
my
make
father used
thank God.
to, when my, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna give you a better example so you know where I'm directed. When my dad owned his own company, and he would also work for companies like Rockwell, and back then it was McDonnell Douglas. He was an engineer. He is an engineer. And so what
Mhm,
would happen is, in between those jobs, my father, if an assignment ended, my dad would end up having to go get small jobs of the companies, and he would work in his office at the house. So it was a total different when he was out there working every day, 9 to 5. And then when he
mhm.
was working and had like a whole month off at the house, it would drive us nuts, because he was seeing stuff that my mom didn't see. He was like, okay, look at that baseboard and look at that and do this and do that. And it would drive us crazy. Even my mom was hoping, oh God, please let him hurry up and get another assignment. It wasn't necessarily the children, it was the mom and the dad. They didn't fight in our presence, but you knew my mom was like, oh Lord, please let him get another assignment. How's that going to work between those women and you when you now step up and be like, whoa, wait a minute. What y'all been doing when I wasn't here is not going to work now. It's got to be my way.
Listen,
How you going to deal with that?
I I be on them. It's no different if I was there. Everything as soon as hey, turn the camera around. Let me see what it look like. All right, I need you to do this, that, and the third. So I be on it. I get what you're saying. Um, I definitely be on it though. I honestly, I be very thorough because I like I'm on the road. I would like to get off the road and be at home at peace. I don't want to get off the road and be angry and upset and have to point this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't gonna cut it.
Any
Not for
chance of
me.
them pushing you out of the picture and taking the money and running?
Nah.
So you're married
That's why
legally
I
to the
said
first one? Are you married by the world's law to the first woman?
not yet. We will be married next year.
So you're going to
We
marry
will be
both of them?
married.
You're going to marry both of them or the
If I
first
could marry
one?
both of them, I will marry both of them. But since we not allowed to do that, I'm gonna marry one.
Uh-huh.
But
And
I
who?
will
Which one
still
is
be
it?
my first one,
You're going to
my
marry the
first lady.
first one. Okay, so how's that
Yes.
going to make the second one feel? Have you guys discussed that?
She said that was fine. She don't.
That was
For
fine.
her, it really
So what
don't
if she
matter. She
decides
just
she wants to go get married
pretty much what she told me. She already married.
to you? Okay, well, all right.
Pretty much.
Okay, it may not work for me, and it might not work for a lot of the other ladies in the chat, But again, there's a difference between polygyny and polygamy, and there's a difference between menage a trois. And it sounds like you guys have a very good menage a trois situation that works for y'all. That
Yeah,
works for
I mean,
y'all.
honestly,
Hmm.
just like I said before, it definitely takes strong women, very strong women, to be one, and it makes it even worse because I'm a truck driver too, and like I said, a lot of truck drivers they not out here cheating. We out here hustling. It's most of the truck drivers just like the military. When they come home, kids is gone. Money is gone. This down the third. It always show if your woman is weak, if she weak minded or strong minded. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I said. Like it's been very solid. Even with the kids, like I stay on the kids. I make sure they do their homework and whatever I can do. And then when I get there, it's the same thing, no different. I go into the schools, check on the kids, make sure they doing good. I
So
got
what's the
teachers'
point of
cell
you
phone
being
numbers.
the one being on the road, or what's the point of having two wives if you got to do all of that stuff? Ain't that what they supposed to be doing?
I'm doing that as a father. I mean, the other stuff they do, but me being a father, checking on them, going to school and stuff like that, making sure my sons stay focused and make sure that they disciplined and stand on their purpose, growing into men. That's what I'm doing, and making sure my daughters don't end up like the rest
I'm
of
not. No,
these.
I mean, I'm not. I'm asking because I'm curious. I'm not asking because I'm not questioning it. I'm asking because I'm curious as to what your mindset is towards that. I don't
Oh, that's cool.
understand. I'm trying to figure out how you can. If you only home one day, how do you do all of that?
I just, I mean,
You
thank God
only
for video
home one
transfer.
day.
Uh, well, sometimes it be one day, sometimes it be a week. So it all depends. That's why I say it takes a strong lady to deal with that because most women ain't gonna deal with that. Most women is like, nah, nope, I'm good. Nope, not at all. Not gonna happen. But they understand what I'm doing. So it's like I said, it's just for the moment. Once I get enough money, then I'll go and finish my engineering degree like I want to. You know,
And then what do you do after that? So you'll let the women go on by themselves? What
uh,
happens after that?
my first nothing gonna change. Now, if the second
Okay.
one decide later in life that she wanna go and do whatever she wanna do, then I ain't gonna lie, it'll hurt, but at the same
How old
time,
are they? How old are they,
33,
Trucker? They're
33.
both 33. Both of the ladies are 33 each.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of them are 33. Okay. And there's a difference in age between you and them, or all three of you guys are 33?
Well, I just turned 35 yesterday, and they
Okay. Well,
Hey,
happy
happy
they
belated
birthday, big dog.
birthday. Happy
I
birthday to
appreciate
you.
it.
Happy
Thank you,
Okay.
birthday,
thank you.
big
Okay.
dog.
Okay. Wow. All right. So,
I'm
once you guys decide to get married, do you sleep with the one lady by yourself? I mean, do you all ever have time alone? Do you like court them and take them out separate, or is it always everybody just get in the bed?
Usually it's everybody getting in bed, but sometimes I do separate because somebody might be, one might be busy at work, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna take you out. Let's go do this, that, and the third,
Oh, they both
and
have
then,
jobs.
well, one is a carpenter, and the other one was a flight attendant, but she stopped. She stopped being a flight attendant.
So the second lady, is she the carpenter?
No, my first lady was a carpenter,
Okay.
and
So
then
now
and my
have you always, and tell me if I'm out of line, but they're obviously they are two lesbian women. Has that always been an attraction to you, or did they just stumble upon their lesbianism once this young lady became almost homeless or struggled with this bad guy?
it was the second one. That's what you just said. It
Okay.
stumbled upon. It
Okay,
stumbled
okay.
into that. Like I said, like she started
Oh,
liking
okay.
me. She started liking me, but she ain't want to offend love. We had a deep conversation about this, and she started,
Okay.
respecting me and liking me for the things I was doing as a man instead of just
Okay.
sex and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, um,
You was
Because
finessed,
I was
big dog.
curious. I was kind of on some real. I was kind of like, I don't know about this.
So you don't
Uh,
think perhaps they used you and maybe in your absence that they talked together and tried to figure out a way to get the other friend help since they were already attracted to each other on their own? Because we know by now, and we can all do the math, that they were engaged somehow in either the conversation of being together or maybe they liked each other. And then the other one said, well, hey, you know what? Maybe we can present it to him. Do you not feel like maybe you were set up at all? Not that it's a
no,
bad thing, because it
no,
worked,
no.
right?
I was like I said, my first lady, she was kind of curious, but she's never done it. She's never
Okay.
done it. Like she's never done it. Now the second lady, she's done it before, but it was just like a regular threesome. She said she did it one time, but I don't know what the truth, well, how much truth to that is. But besides that, it's just it transpired into that. But I feel what you were saying because I mean I was sitting there like, damn, am I being used?
But
Am
you
I
know what?
being
I do
used?
this. I just ask questions because I know what other people are thinking, or at least maybe one question or another. So it's not necessarily, I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. I don't judge you guys at all. I mean, whatever works for y'all works for you guys. And that's the only thing that matters is that it works for you. But I think it's just when we in our culture hear this type of conversation, there are these general questions that come to mind, like, do you feel like maybe you were set up? Do you think maybe they were having a conversation in your absence? Either way it go, you guys are working it out. But those are just the questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get all type of like right now, even as we speak, I'm constantly getting oh well he out here cheating and he out here got multiple girls, this, that, and the third.
Who do
I'm
you
like,
who do you get that from though, bro? Because it don't come from your girls though, do it?
no, it don't come from them. It come from my girl's family, you know, because excuse my language, whew, most of them hoes is lonely. Excuse my language. They lonely and bitter. So I get a lot of envious, even like from the guys. Sometimes I just kind of like I don't even have conversations with her family. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to deal with the bull stuff because I know what I'm capable of. I
Well,
don't
see,
have a
that's
problem going to jail even though
no,
it's
no,
it's,
no, no, no,
it's
no, 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 big
I don't
dog,
want
big
to go
dog,
to jail.
big dog, big dog,
I don't want to go to jail.
big dog. We got a
But
problem with going to jail.
I get you. I know. I watched the episode with you and Jay Prince. I wanted to get on there and trying to have a conversation with him because I was in his shoes
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
had to
we don't
learn.
believe in jail, big dog.
I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn to like to calm down a lot. And the
W-
fact that when Logic said, "Well, you don't like, you don't, you really don't, what do you say? You really don't like the black community because if you gonna sit there and not snitch on a person for killing a kid in front of you and just dying the third, then you really not for the community." And
Can I give
that
you
shit
some
makes
advice, big
sense.
dog?
Go ahead.
So I'm never, or I try not to. I'm always evolving on a day to day basis and trying to understand, different people. And instead of evaluating what people are doing and saying that you should or shouldn't, I only give advice based off of the things that I know people should do differently, and that's mainly
Right.
with regard to finances, right? But with regard to the relationship, I'm not gonna give you no advice. I'm just gonna say salute to you for doing what you do as long as you're taking care of your business. You're a tax-paying citizen. You're not doing nothing illegal. I got a lot of respect for dudes that actually take care of another man's kids. I would never personally do it myself, which is one of the reasons why I got a lot of respect for you. I appreciate you for giving us the insight and information. And I'd love to have you back and do an even deeper dive on what you're doing, on how you move and how you're able to navigate through this whole relationship and things like that. But the one piece of
Hmm.
advice that I would give you from a relationship perspective, if you can at all,
Hmm.
keep other people out of your business as far as their families and stuff. People that know
Oh
you
yeah.
personally, do not
Hmm.
like, even if you can, and I don't know what the dynamic of the relationship is with your girls or whatever like that, but if you can have them to not talk about what y'all got going on inside of your household with other people, especially with family members, because the the surest way to get a headache, even if it doesn't necessarily translate into y'all breaking up or whatever, um, the surest way to
Hmm.
get a headache is to include family members into your business and what you got going on in your household. And so that's the only piece of
That
advice
is
that I would
very
have.
true.
I can't see myself living the way that you live, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Is your life. You can do whatever you want. The only thing that I do advocate for people to do is don't do nothing illegal and make sure you go and get that bag. No matter what,
Exactly.
don't let nothing
Exactly.
get away from your purpose, and don't miss out on your bags. Outside of
Yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying? I'm really just looking for more
Hmm.
understanding as to trying to figure out why people do the things that they do and why they live the life that they live.
Yeah. I mean, like most, like I definitely respect that. Salute to you. I definitely took your advice. So it was a lot of things that I didn't really realize until I started watching you and Lapeep Show and Kevin Samuels. So salute to y'all.
Salute to you.
Um, and I definitely take that advice. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, man, I gotta go. I definitely gotta go. You know, definitely gotta go. I want to once the kids is out. I want to be able to take me and my ladies, and we go travel the world. That's it. In peace, without no struggles, no nothing.
Yep, I feel you.
But like I,
I feel you.
you know, that's the main thing. Like it's not for everybody, but if you do happen to find a lady who is down and respects you as a man first, and everything comes second, stuff like that, and can deal with the things you doing in life, then you know it'll come out to be something very great, very great. And the stepfather thing, I was kind of not for it at first because today that's being shamed, not by a lot, but at least most of the people that do respect it, they grown. But yeah, definitely, I definitely appreciate it. So
Absolutely. Any other final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen?
I just have to say I agree with everything that you said, Anton. It's your life. You do your life. You do what works for you. It may not be what other people are traditionally used to, but that's them. You know what I mean? And that's just the way that it is because you were doing this before we found out about it today, and it's gonna continue. So you just do
yeah,
you. That's all. As long as
yeah,
you're confident and it works for you, do you. That's for
mhm.
everybody in the chat. Because even though, all of us don't come here and put all of our business out, those in the chat, those here, we all doing something a little unique when it comes to what other people think about it.
Well, I definitely understand that. I mean, that's why I came up here because a lot of people, especially females, they get this idea that he just want his dick wet, this, that, and the third, and it's not really about that. Not if y'all won, it's about
Mm-mm.
making it's a lot different. I know it, Anton. I get it. I get what you about to say.
You start capping now. You was doing really well.
No,
Don't
I'm
you
not
start
capping.
capping now. Because
But
listen, the foundation of your relationship was curiosity. Sexual
true,
curiosity. It ain't have nothing to do with
true,
no
true,
family. It ain't have nothing to do with that. Y'all
true,
getting together
true.
with this chick was, oh man, I'm curious. Come on, stop it. Stop
I
the
ain't gonna
cap.
lie. That is true. That is very true. You right on that. But as it grown, I had to actually like look into it and study and go on different websites and stuff like that and see, like and have conversations with other people that's in these type of relationships. And most of the older guys with their two ladies that I personally know, it kind of started off that way and then it turned into family, you know, and it showed like all the kids, like all their kids, um, it's the opposite.
But the only thing that
Like
I'm curious about is, do you worry about? I don't know if you got daughters. You got daughters?
yes,
Do you worry about your daughters being in that type of situation with a dude based off of what they've seen, within your household? Because I'm gonna
I
be
would
honest
worry.
with you, I genuinely don't want my daughter to be no sister wife.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I present myself the way I would want my daughters to find their husbands, I would say. So that's how I move every day. Everything I do is based on how I would love my daughters to be.
So you don't mind your
You know,
daughters being in this situation then?
if they can find a dude that's not just high value but high quality, a high quality type of dude that who stays on his purpose and make sure that his family is first, then if that's what she want to do, then go right on ahead. You know what I'm saying?
I
Go
feel
right on
you.
ahead. But if my daughters bring home some fuck boy, then I'm cutting that shit off right then and there on the spot.
Okay. I mean, listen, I feel you.
I want to ask
I'm
you
Yeah,
just
another
curious.
question though,
You can
because
ask another question if you want to.
here's what I'm about to, you know, and again, I'm only trying to understand it. So what do you guys believe? Because there has to be a core belief system that you guys all agree with. Some people say, well, this person's a Buddhist or this person's a this. Do you guys have any core belief systems as it relates to any religion at all?
Uh, well, my first lady, she's kind of like she's more of a Christian. That's what I don't believe in Christianity, but
Okay.
she
What do you
believe in God
believe?
first.
What do
Huh?
you
What is my
believe?
belief?
Uh-huh.
I believe in God, but I honestly, I really don't I don't really have a belief system, but I do believe there is a God.
Okay. And what about the other young lady?
Same way, they go to church.
Okay, so these two ladies are both Christian women and they frequent church and they take the kids
Hmm.
with them too. Okay,
Yep.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. And so you just believe that there is a God, but you just don't necessarily believe in anything specific. And which is you do
Well,
find a lot of people like that.
yeah, it's only like that because most of the churches I go to is full of shit.
Okay,
Like
okay. That's fair.
I'm not about to follow a pastor who ain't about his business and don't live like literally like you preaching, but you don't live by your word. So I'm not about to follow
Okay.
another man doing that. It's not gonna
Okay,
happen.
so to see you in the church with them is not gonna happen.
No, I go to church with them here and there whenever I
Okay,
can.
okay,
You
okay.
know,
Are the children active in church?
yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So now, do they go to a non-denominational church or something like a Baptist or Lutheran?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay,
I
okay,
just
that's
know
fair.
it's a church.
That's
I'm gonna be
fair.
honest.
That's fair. And the fact that you don't deny them the right to go, that speaks volumes as well. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of
No,
people say, "Well, I don't believe in it, and I don't want you going or whatever." But okay, okay, that's fair.
no,
That's fair.
I definitely make sure they definitely have an understanding that there is a God. I know that for a fact because I should be dead. When I got in an accident in 2017, I know I should have been dead, but I was blessed to still be on this planet. And I always ask myself, what is the reason why I was spared? So I know there is a God. Just you know, I can't do the whole Christian thing because most of them is full of shit.
I
No
understand.
disrespect.
I understand. Anton, it looks like the chat does not know who I am. This is what I do. I ask questions for a living. This is what I do. I interview and ask questions for a living. But I'm glad that you're able to explain that to me because it does help us broaden our mindset and our
No, I'm
ideas.
not on mute.
You
I
know what I
was
mean?
looking at something else.
It helps us. It helps us broaden
Yeah,
the fact that
I
you
don't
Yeah,
did listen.
that's like
I try not to
everybody
when
can't
I'm
do
having
it.
conversations with
Yeah,
people, I try to be immersed in the conversation. So I would encourage people not to pay a whole lot of attention to the chat. Unless it's something that we need to catch, like a super chat or something like that. But I'm curious. Do you look at me as a bad Christian?
hell no. But you true to your word. You don't care. You true to your
Well, the
word.
only reason I
See,
ask that is because
I
the
can
only reason I
respect that.
ask
That's
that is because even though I live what I am and I live what I say, I get a lot of emails and stuff from people that saying, Anton, you would be surprised at the amount of emails that I get from people that say, Anton, uh, please don't curse or don't say Jesus's name when you
no
having certain
Lord have
conversations.
mercy,
I'm telling you, there are a
man.
lot
That's
of
crazy.
people that which I have my own opinions about why I think people don't go to church. But more importantly, there's a lot of people that be like, Anton, you shouldn't say, don't say you a Christian if you're gonna talk like this and all of this other type of stuff.
Man, most of them people that say that is full of hypocrites. Cause one, they sitting there saying that just down the third, and then they was just sitting there cussing out a dude at McDonald's over some cold French fries. So man, nah, you gonna be who you are, even if you a Christian. If you a real one, you gonna be who you are. Period. I don't care where you at. You're gonna just be who you are. If you a man, you a man, regardless.
I think the other part of that conversation is just that I think that people need to be authentic, but then I think that they need to continue to strive to be better. So just
Right,
because I am what I am doesn't mean that I can't improve, right? Like even in this conversation, I would tell you maybe even a year ago or maybe less, I probably would have been a lot more judgmental of what you were saying instead of being a more understanding. You know what I'm saying? I still have my thoughts, I still have my opinions on different things, but at the same time, I understand that I may not know everything, and there's some things that I can learn from other people too. Even if it's not pertaining to the subject that we're talking about, you may drop a gem in there, right? And that I'm
right,
saying, that's dope. That may not even have nothing to do with what we was talking about, right? But I'm
right.
cutting myself off if I'm not open to look, open to understand why people do what they do versus, you know what I'm saying, always trying to be right or create a narrative. So I'm evolving every day too, right? And one of the reasons why, I live my life like an open book is because I want to be able to look back and see the growth. I want people to grow with me or to be able to identify the flaws in me and then see how I overcome them, which is one of the things that I think that the people of yesteryear failed us. They were so busy trying to put on a perfect presentation and they hit all of their skeletons, but they never gave us the game on how it was that we can become better versions of ourselves. So I'm
Yeah,
evolving, right? And I'm growing and I'm changing, but and that's what I think the true embodiment of what Christianity is as you
right.
learn and as you grow,
Hmm.
you live it. It's called the living
Yeah,
word. And then it's not putting on a fake persona, right? Is embracing the lessons and the teachings that go along with what being Christ-like is and focusing on implementing them in real time and then letting your light shine through your actions and not necessarily just what you say over the pulpit.
right, right. And that's why I said like I can't really if I'm gonna follow another man. Every we always supposed to lead each other, but if I'm gonna follow another man in the church, he gonna have to be a solid type of guy who is genuinely himself at all times. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
he
feel
don't
it.
just
That's
preach
fair.
what's in the Bible and this, that, and the third. He himself. He go out, he shoot pool and whatever he do. As long as he respect his wife. He take care of his family. He not out here shaming other people to put money in the pool pit. None of that. Nah.
That's
So it's
fair.
it's what I'm saying. That's why I kind of because I was going to church at one point in time. What I'm saying. I was going to church heavily, but it
I
God.
would encourage you. I would encourage you to think about getting back into it because the church is not necessarily a building, right?
Correct.
Align yourself with
Right.
people that believe similar to you or is going in the direction that
Hmm.
you're going in, and just be
Hmm.
open to the possibility of when you run into the right organization or when you run into the right group of people to rock with them. And then just be
Yeah.
that and just let it fall where it may. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. That's what I'm working on right now because I had to cut a lot of people off. You know, cut a whole lot of people because I started realizing a lot of shit like our community, why we in the position we in now, churches, pastors. Man, my whole life changed. It definitely changed, and for both of my ladies, both of their lives changed because we all sit down and listen to the Lapeef Network. We listen to have conversations, this, that, and the third, or Kevin Samuels, just to enlighten ourselves. And a lot of stuff that y'all be preaching, man, it be perfectly honest. And
Yep,
I
I
think the,
got you.
the hardest part for me, the hardest part for me was when you said the black community was trash. And I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed off at first. Like, this mother. But then I had to think about it. I'm like, my lady had to pull me to the side, like, listen, Why is it that every time you go on Instagram, fake ads, it's just nothing but ass, this, that, and the third. And she's like, just look at your cousins, look at my cousins, look how they roll. Look, just look, just. And I had to sit there and think about it, like, damn. Scrolling down, like, damn. And even my own sisters, you know, even my own sisters. I try to give them some, like, listen, y'all in the position y'all in, cause y'all not moving like women. Y'all out here, y'all using and abusing, but then you get mad at the outcomes you chose. So you can't complain about it.
I agree.
Like sadly, even my own mom. My mom is 55. When Kevin said, "Why is it that the older, not almost, but most of the women that's older is out here competing with the young girls?" That is a true fact.
It
My mom is
is.
50 something. It's My mom is 50 something years old. Okay, she out here going to the clubs with my sisters and all that bullshit. And
Listen,
I had to
listen,
come to
listen.
realize, like, what kind of bullshit
We
is
gotta save
this?
this conversation because I gotta go and well, I am I got Charleston White, so he should be landing pretty soon, to be honest with you.
Oh, I like Charleston White.
Yeah,
I
so
like
we gonna
Charleston.
kick it. We gonna do some work over this weekend, and we gonna make sure that we drop it for all of my
There's a
people
question up
in the
top.
bag chasers. Now I'm gonna go to the
Oh,
Go ahead, Dalen. Go
hold it.
ahead,
You,
Dalen.
you got a question?
Go ahead, Dalen.
No, I don't have a question. I just wanted to make a final statement real quick.
Yeah, I want to get all your final statements. Go ahead, bro.
So yeah, I just want to say to members of my community, pay attention to this video. What's going on here? These people had to make themselves victims in order to quote unquote survive. They were fine where they were at, and they had to create this narrative, and it's not healthy, and it's making us all look bad. Like y'all come after me because I'm speaking against this, but it's stupid. It's pointless. It's waste. So get your shit together.
I
Bro,
appreciate you,
if
my
it's,
friend.
if,
Thank you, bro.
yeah, if it's truth, bro, I don't care how they feel. Fuck them. Tell the truth regardless of how they feel. That's how I feel.
Oh,
Tell
of
the truth.
course. Like
Hopefully,
voice.
eventually, when they get older and they in their 40s and 50s, they gonna sit there and remember exactly what you were saying, and they gonna say, "Damn, I should have listened." Because that's the problem. A lot of people
Mhm.
just sit back and wait to the last minute to decide to say what's real, not knowing that whatever
Mhm.
you say now is going to affect the future
I agree,
for whoever kids.
Miss
Yeah,
Lockhart. What's your final thoughts, love?
I just want to say that I agree with the gentleman. What is this? David? Is that David?
Dalen.
Say it again.
Dalen.
Okay, I agree with you. And I also agree in tandem with what you said. I'd also like to add one little thing, and that is what I said in the chat. And that is that I believe that because they're creating this new victimhood type of mentality with that particular genre, that's going to be the new civil rights movement when you look back at the history books in the future. Because what they're doing is they're placing enough markers each year for things to happen so that they will be able to go back in history and say, see, this is the reason why the civil rights movement was so powerful and these were who they were fighting for. That's what I believe. I believe that it's going to completely change the demographics of who the civil rights movement was about.
That's a fact.
All right, well,
I'm not
ladies and
with the.
gentlemen, I
I hate
love
the
you
visual
guys. I
mentality shit.
appreciate you. I have to go. We got Fight Club tonight. Thank you, all of my friends. Thank you,
All
guys.
right.